Hi, I'm Vanessa Kynes, and I'm a Pinterest marketing strategist for creative small businesses. In my video, you'll find Pinterest marketing strategies, how to schedule your pins, and how to drive traffic to your website using Pinterest. Today's video is going to be all about how to use board lists on Tailwind. Tailwind is a Pinterest scheduling software that I use every single day for my business and for my clients. Board lists are a really powerful way to create an efficient batch scheduling method. We're going to skip on over to the screenshot and I'll show you how I use it. Hi, and thanks so much for joining me on the screenshot. So this is my Tailwind dashboard, and this information here just gives you an idea of what's been happening in the last week with your account. So I just wanted to take some time today to talk about Tailwind and board lists. So board list is a really efficient way of scheduling one pin to more than one board. So what I mean is, if you are a food blogger and you are pinning a pin about, let's say, sweet potatoes, you can probably come up with more than one board to pin that sweet potato recipe to. So you could have a fall board, dinner recipes, you could have vegan or paleo, or even a sweet potato recipe board. So one pin is able to go to, in that example, 5 different boards. And so you can see that this is a really efficient way to, one, take one click and assign that one pin to multiple boards, but also a really efficient way to fill up your Tailwind queue. Now, if you're new to Tailwind, Tailwind is a scheduling software that I use every single day with my clients. And what it does is allows you to schedule pins, and you're able to create a queue that you could set up for any amount of time, could be a week or a month's worth of time, so that your pins go out at the optimal times. I love Tailwind. If you're interested in using it, I have an affiliate link that you can find below this video. Or if you aren't sure and you want more introduction to Tailwind, I've got multiple videos on my YouTube account that you can check out. So a board list just allows you to take one click and add a pin to multiple boards at once that might be relevant. So that's why I love them so much, because they're super, super efficient. Now, they're really easy to find, and what I'm going to do is show you how to create them. So you're going to come over here to publish, and you're going to click down and come to board list. Now, I'm a social media blogger. I don't have a ton of board lists, but if you're a crafter, if you are a food blogger, if you are man, I can think of so many different subjects where you might have lots of boards to pin to. I have 2, and these are 2 of my board lists, My Pins and Pinterest. So anything Pinterest related is going to go to all these boards in one click. And anything that I create and pin from my website, I like to pin to both My Pins and Pinterest. So I'll show you how that works in a little bit, but let me show you how to create a board list. You're going to click List, and let's name our new board list Social Media. And this is just for this example. It's going to be really repetitive to what this one over here is. So what you can do is choose all the different boards that you already have on your Pinterest account. So social media marketing strategy, social media tools, social media Instagram, social media Pinterest, and on and on. So I've taken one board list, social media, and created 5 different places to pin that. So now I've created this board list. You can create as many board lists as you want. This is a great place to create seasonal items. If you pin things that are seasonal, maybe you have a Christmas, maybe you have a fall. The limits are really, the options are really limitless. So I just wanted to show you how to create that. So that's been created. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over to tribes. Now, I'll show you this in tribes, and I'll show you how this works on Pinterest. And you all know I'm a huge fan of tribes. It's a great way to get a lot of Pinterest pins with a small following. If you're interested in hearing more about tribes, I have a video on that I will link to at the end of this video. So let's come to one of my pins. So for example, any of these pins, Pinterest for Business on YouTube. And you're watching this from YouTube, so obviously you know I'm on YouTube. But what I want to do is take this pin and using a board list. Now, if you just created a board list, you do want to click on the cursor area and wait for this gray prompt box so you can click on refresh. And what it's going to do is going to look for new boards, and I hope it sees it. Let's see. The board list is called Social. Let's refresh that. Let's come back to this real quick. Social media. There it is. I just saw it on this one. Let's see if I can get it to come up here. Okay, that one doesn't want to play a game. So let's go with this one over here. How to get noticed on Pinterest. It's clearly a pin about social media. So we're going to click on this board list, and they have orange stars. It tells you it's going to go to 5 different boards. And look, voila, in one click, you are able to take this pin and pin it to 5 different boards. So what you would do after that is you would click add to queue, and you would have 5 separate pins. Now, one thing I want to point out is once you do this, you want to go back into your scheduled pins here, and you want to shuffle. And the reason why you want to shuffle is those board pins are going to show up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the next 5 pins in your queue. So if I had clicked on it, they would in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to shuffle by using this key right here. And what that does is it just moves the pins around, and so that it doesn't look like you're just repetitively pinning the same thing over and over again. I'm going to show you one more time how this works. So let's find a pin on social media, see what we come up with. Great. Okay. So social media strategy for bloggers and entrepreneurs sounds good. You can click on the blue flame here or the blue flame up top. Let's click on that right there. Great. So what we're looking at is a pin. And so I want to be really efficient with my Tailwind account, and I want this pin to go out to all my social media boards. So instead of taking the time to individually enter it into each one, I'm going to go to my board list, and there it is, social media, and there are the 5 boards. And you would click on add to queue. Great. So let's go back to our queue on Tailwind. Let's refresh this page. Great, and you'll see them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all going to different boards. So you'll see them here. Social media marketing is going to go to, or this pin's going to go to social media marketing strategy, social media tools, social media Instagram, social media Pinterest, and on and on. So there you go. That's how you use board lists. So I took one pin and actually pinned it to 5 different boards in one click. So now you can see why I'm a huge fan of board lists. It's a really efficient way to schedule your Tailwind account. Let's not forget to click shuffle. So we'll move those pins around, and you can see that they've been moved around and dispersed throughout my schedule. So that's how you use them. And you guys, I just really love them. And I think it's a really useful tool and kind of misunderstood. It's kind of hidden over here on the left key, on the left toolbar. So if you're interested in learning more about Pinterest marketing strategies, don't forget that I have a free Pinterest startup guide by subscribing to my email list. I'll leave a link to that below. If you're ready to get started with Tailwind, I have an affiliate link where you can receive a free month. And if you're not quite ready and you want more instruction or want to learn more about how I use Tailwind to manage my Pinterest marketing schedule or strategies, I have multiple videos on that. So tell me, what questions do you have about board list, or if you have any questions about how you might want to use them for your account, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below on either my blog or on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope it was super helpful.